Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Foxy and Squid show. My name is Saki, and right beside me on Skype, whatever, is my lovely co-host himself, the Squid. Say hi, Squids.
A little pro tip for everybody. If you're going to walk around with $150 in change in your pockets, please remember to wear a belt.
Sounds like good advice. So today's schedule, if you guys haven't checked out my Twitter, is I had some issues running into Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Not necessarily technical issues, more of just personal issues. I tried going into it with Bonnie, and Bonnie does not like me.
I still need that clip for my ringtone.
And therefore, since Bonnie and I could not get along, it's going to have to be postponed. Most likely I'll go back to it, though, but it will most likely have to be postponed because I really can't seem to get by. If you guys have any recommendations on how to do that, please feel free to tweet me because I'm just going crazy. And I really don't want to rage tonight. And also because it's Halloween, I think there's also something that we should do, which is Dead by Daylight. For those of you guys who checked out my channel before, I have played this game before. It's on my channel. But I've raised my rank to 16. I'm almost to 15. My friend Kay, who you guys can check out his channel in my past episodes, and my new friend Gub, we've actually been playing this game together. So I'm hoping to do really good. I do pretty well by myself, although I'm going to be talking a lot during this episode, so I may mess up a bit. If I mess up too much, I'll just go straight to killer, because I don't want to lose my rank 16. I like it. I want to stay 16. I want to, I don't want to go any further with any jokes of that. Anyways, so the first topic on our list, while I go ahead and join the lobby, for those of you watching the video, I'm planning to do kind of like a highlight take, plus uploading the full video, only because the waiting screens for going into a lobby and whatnot are really, like, clunky, and it takes a while. So that's for the video. But for those of you audio, let's start off with the first topic today, which is actually an interesting topic because when I found out it happened, I was not surprised. And I'm going to tell you why I was not surprised. The first topic is about a simple game, a delicious, sweet, time-consuming game called Candy Crush. Now, you're probably wondering, why, Saki, the Foxy, why are you talking about Candy Crush when that game is, 2 or 3 years old? Maybe a bit more? I will tell you why. Because people like Eric, my Squid's friend, and his mother, and people like him and his mother, have made the game unconsciously, but they did make it, so that the game becomes a game show on CBS.
First of all, I, as a game show purist and director emeritus of Florida Whammy Entertainment, do not condone these actions. I am not taking any credit. I don't have any part of it. No. This is wrong. It should not exist. Leave me out of that.
You should have thought of that when you spent so much money on the game.
Implying that I was proud of spending that much money.
It doesn't matter if you're proud. It doesn't matter if you're proud. You still spent the money. It's like me saying, I spent money on Kingdom Hearts Unchained Chi, which I have, but I'm very proud of it. But it's like me saying, I spent so much money on the game to get certain medals, and I didn't get them, and I feel ashamed of it. But I still led it to success, though, by giving him money. I don't see why you guys, you, Mr. Eric Watkins, would have even given money to such a trivial game that you could just wait for other people.
First of all, how many times did I wait for other people and for other things? Second of all, if you look, especially in the past year, let's go with that, what I spend money on and what could be turned into a game show, of all the things they pick Candy Crush. Now, granted, some of it would not be fit for regular broadcast television, and that's probably a good thing. However, this just, my game show purist is screaming, kill it with fire.
Look, I strongly believe that as much as you say, oh, I didn't condone it, oh, it was really my fault, oh, I was just spending money, well, there you go. You got it.
just no. Do not want. I didn't sign up for this. Just no.
You kind of did, though. You kind of did. All right? You kind of did. Now, what's interesting, when I was reading about the description of the game show, right, is that apparently, the game show will consist of 2 teams, each trying to get as much points as the other, and that it will include over 200 levels of the game.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
So I just want to say, you did this! You did this!
Okay. Question. Mm-hmm. Have you ever played pinball?
Yes.
Have you ever gone into an arcade and put quarters and played in a pinball machine?
A very long-ass time ago, but yes.
Okay. That's like saying everybody who played pinball contributed to the creation that was the game show, The Magnificent Marble Machine. It was horrible, even for the 70s when game shows were even starting to come to their peak. I suggest you look it up on YouTube. Trust me, I've seen it. No. Pinball machines do not need to be that big. That did not need to turn into a game show. Seriously. Some things just don't work, no matter how much money people spend en masse. I mean, do you honestly think that everybody that played pinball wanted to say, ooh, the Magnificent Marble Machine, ooh, it's a game show, ooh, it involves celebrities? They see one episode and like, my God, why does this exist?
Oh, Jesus, where's the monster? Where's the monster? Where's the monster? Where's the monster?
The monster is Les Moonves at CBS for even approving this.
Okay, cool. Bye. Bye, monster. Bye, Mr. Ghosty Man. Bye. Bye. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this show's going to be a little bit interesting. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of a older topic show.
A little?
So, I blew up a generator, yay me.
A little.
Well, I mean, at this point, a little can mean anything. So, yeah.
Not when I'm around, but that's completely different.
There's a generator right here. There's a generator right here. But like I said, you guys created this. You guys
No, we didn't. Yes,
you did. If you guys didn't spend money, it wouldn't have happened.
Again, people spend money on pinball. That does not mean that they subconsciously wanted the Magnificent Marble Machine. Same difference.
Candy Crush. You still play it, though.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You told me the other day, like, that you were still playing it.
No. It's been about at least a month.
Jesus Christ, people are dying. Okay, alright, thanks for leaving me with the generator. Love you too. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, boy.
Yeah, but you got that skill check game, though.
I'm pretty good at them. I gotta say, I'm pretty good at them. And someone died, for sure. Like, they got sacrificed to the wonderful Overlord.
And the Panthers couldn't score on the power play. Bugger.
Come here. Hey, come here. I want to heal you. I want to rub all over you. I want to, like, give you my rubs.
Now we're talking.
Come here, stop moaning, and let me heal you.
Moaning just means you're doing a good job, though.
No, not in this case. I'm giving them some rubbing dubbing, giving them some love. I'm the love doctor. Okay, all right, enough sex jokes, because there is another topic, but that's a little bit later. Yeah. Like I said, you guys caused this.
And I still say we didn't.
I say you do. I say you did. I say that because of you guys. The Wrath. You know that the Wrath jump scares? I think you saw me play against the Wrath one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he jump scares. He's not fun.
Damn it, why do the teams that I want to win are currently losing? I am not a fan of this right now.
What do you mean losing. Talk to me about sports. Talk sports to me.
Well, first of all, one of my personal favorite times of year, the beginning of the awesomeness that is the NHL season. My beloved Florida Panthers are 2-0 for the first time since 2005, but are currently losing to the pompous, stinking, wannabe, highfalutin, even though unfortunately they have been somewhat recent good in the past few years, Tampa Bay Lightning. They're in Tampa Bay, currently down 2-1 early in the third period, but I have all the faith, especially since we've got some great young talent and teenagers who are quick as all hell. And I can't completely bash the Lightning because a couple of their fans happen to be really attractive porn stars. But again, that's a conversation for another time.
What? What?
You heard me.
Is that why you're...
Is that why I what?
Is that why you're so interested in them?
Well, no. I mean, the Lightning being here in Jacksonville, that's the primary team that I have to sit through and watch on TV. But I mean, again... Yes, those like Naughty Alicia and Jenny Jizz happen to be in Central Florida and happen to be Lightning fans. I can't completely curse them for that fact. So I have to give somewhat of a pass. Somewhat.
I hate this so much. Like,
how do you think I'm feeling right now? Between that and the fact that also the Dodgers are beating the Cubs 1-0 in the fourth inning in the NLCS, I mean, Come on, Cubbies, get it together.
Go away, Mr. Ghostman. Go away, Mr. Ghostman. Go away. I don't like you. Go suck a dick. Go suck a dick. Go suck a dick. You're better at this. Oh, God. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostman. Go kill that other person.
You're the one who kind of told him to suck a dick, so... I mean, in certain realms, those are fighting words.
Go away, bitch. Go away! Go away! Go suck a dick! Come on. I don't save anybody because everybody can go to hell, but come on, bitch! Oh, yes! Bitch! Oh, go suck it! Suck it to the max! Suck it. Okay. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm. See, talking all big and bad, and look what happened.
Who is I can do
this. But yeah, it's not a good time sports-wise for me personally right now. And I'm not even going to throw in what happened on Saturday because, I'm just going to refuse to talk about it.
No, go away. Come on. Okay. Come on, run. Owie. Go away. No. Oh, my God, no. Oh, wait, I'm not hit. Okay. And that guy just left. Why? Wiggle that bitch! Wiggle that booty! I did all the generators! Why does it gotta be me? I did all the generators! Why?
Well, I mean, technically, you're the one talking about, sucking dicks and wiggling that booty. That is kind of your job, so...
I mean, not wiggling my booty like that. Oh, I couldn't escape.
Yes!
Oh,
thank you, Vinny Trotchick.
I don't want to lose my rank. I earned that 16. I earned it with blood. Literally, too, man. Anyways. So, hockey. I guess
I don't know, maybe you screaming and dying and stuff is good luck. Vincent Trotchick just scored and the game's tied at 2, so... Yeah, if you could suck it up for about the next 14 minutes and 9 seconds, that would be great.
Ow, he hit me. Hey, stop hitting me. You already got your points. If you wanted points, you should have just given me signs, and I would have helped you. Like, last night I was playing, and it was so cool how I was playing, too, because it's like, I realized that the guy, he's still hitting. Why are you still hitting?
Damn it, he needs to stop hitting. The Dodgers are hit, and now they're up 3-0 in the fourth. What the hell is going on?
Damn. How did that guy get the highest points when I risked my life? Oh my god. Yeah, he kind of did camp though. Anyways, time to join another lobby. Wonderful lobby. But last night I actually met a really nice killer. And I realized that he was like a little weird because when he appeared, he kept uncloaking and cloaking as the ghost, as the wrath. And it was so funny because my friend Kay, he's like, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm such a scrub, I'm so scared. And then Gub is like, why is he going so slow? He's going so slow if he does that. And then it was like, I realized after we had fixed all the generators and while we were still close to him, he had not hit us or done anything. And it was because he was wanting points. And listen, I'm all for a killer who's wanting points because we get the points too as survivors. And so last night, I was playing and there was 2 games where we had that killer like that and then we had a killer who was just AFK, but he had an auto attack. So we started going points galore on that. It was like amazing. I got like 39,000 points and I was able to level up my character like top shape. I was so happy that I earned achievements and everything. I was so happy. But I like killers like that because killers, we work together. You know, we try to work.
It's a mutual benefit kind of a situation.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. So I really like this game. Honestly, when I think of horror, I'm always looking at different horror games, and I really like that you make up a hide and seek concept and make it a horrific experience that you guys can actually enjoy. Now, I will admit that the game is like a little buggy. And I think that's the only really bad thing about it because as far as getting tired of running around, yeah, you do kind of get a little like, oh, okay, I can't play this anymore. But there's always that call to go back to it. And I'd really look for that into games. Like, this is a game where I have no qualms about leaving it on my computer and actually feeling the horror, actually enjoying what this game is about. And it's something that I really like. This game really touches me. So I really do enjoy, like, the whole running experience and the whole, like, oh my god, he got me. Being the killer is fun, too.
It sounds like it's a good touch.
It is. The only bad thing I don't like about it, though, is that one of the killers is super OP. Like, because it's the trapper, and he puts traps, right? And I really don't like that he puts traps on their survivors' hooks, or he puts in, like, different traps, and it's really easy for him to get by, plus he's super fast. Like, he's a little bit of an OP character, but other than that, I really do enjoy this game. They're actually going to plan Michael Myers as its first licensed killer. That was the rumor I heard. That was a rumor I heard. Which, if that's the case, I really would like to see how they're going to implement different characters from, like, different licenses. Because, believe it or not, Jason's game is supposed to come out, if not this year, probably next year. I may be wrong on that, but I do know that there was a game for Jason that is similar to Dead by Daylight, but more of like escaping, getting away from Jason and whatever. Although I'm not really sure how much you can get by with, like, Dead by Daylight, you have a lot of variety, and there's still more new stuff coming in. For Jason, I still kind of feel like iffy about, because you're really kind of doing literally the same thing over and over again, so... One of my favorite maps on Dead by Daylight is called The Asylum. I really do enjoy that map a lot. It's, like, super awesome. But, yeah, so that's Dead by Daylight. That's my spiel on that one. Let's get to a conversation that I know Eric's dying for. Eric, why don't you start off with telling me what you asked me for before the show? Do not give any history as to why we went into that conversation. Just tell
all I'm saying is I'm still going to have questions, but...
Tell me the question.
Okay,
and why you think? What is your opinion of it?
Okay, now this goes back to a show that I used to listen to back in the day, before the radio host became a total dick and stabbed people in the back. And I will never listen to him ever again. If anybody, especially those in Tampa, you know what I'm talking about. But the times that I did listen to him, especially when he was on in the afternoon, he would always pose this one question. Say you have a time machine.
Yes.
You go in time, back, forward, what have you, to visit and see an alternate version of yourself.
Yes.
Now, for those in time travel, suspend the specific principles of time paradoxes and tearing holes in the space-time continuum and ripping apart the fabric of the universe, creating catastrophe, matter, antimatter, all this and that. Suspend that belief just for this argument. But you meet and see the alternate version of yourself. Variety of things happen through whatever course of events that you imagine. But when you eventually, at the end, before you go back, you either, depending on if you're a man, give you the other version of yourself a hand job, and or they reciprocate, or if you happen to be a woman, finger blasting parameters.
Oh my god, why you gotta put it like that? Why can't you use the scientific words? Why can't you be professional and say the scientific words?
Because finger blasting is a lot more fun and less cumbersome to say than digital penetration.
Fair enough.
Alrighty then.
Alright, so what is your answer, Eric?
Well, the question is it gay because it's technically physically another person, or is this just an extended form of masturbation because it's you? And I personally think, especially if you happen to go forward and meet a future version of yourself, that future version of you knows exactly what to do and where like nobody else on the planet. You know what buttons to push, what fingers to put where, certain movements, rhythms, what have you. I personally think it's simply masturbation. Because it's, in the end, it's still you.
Okay, so I'm going to answer the technicality first. All right, the technicalities first. Technically speaking, it's both. And I'm going to tell you why it's both. Because even if you do it to each other. Okay, so let's say you, Eric, give it to your alternate you. All right? For him, it could be considered masturbation. For you, it would be considered gay sex or whatever you have it. As Bill Clinton said, it's the wrath again! Why? Why? Oh, God, I hate him so much. He scares me. He's spoopy.
Where the hell? You never fully provided an explanation of where that word came from, spoopy.
I will give you more explanation after I finish with this lovely generation generator. But okay, so like I oh. Fuck you! No! I refuse! Ow, no! I refuse! Why? I told you to back off! This is sexual. This is harassment! Get the fuck away! No! I refuse. No! Okay.
Better now.
Okay, I think I'm okay. I don't think he saw me go up the stairs, which is fine with me. I'm good with that. So like I said, it'd be either or. It's the first thing. Second, it's technically the same thing. And now if you're giving it simultaneously, it's even more proof that it's both. That it is both. So depending on the version, depending on who, how you put it, but it is both. Now, as far as if I would do it to myself, I don't think I can.
See, I don't know necessarily if I would be able to, depending on the course of the night at the event. Maybe I'm on some sort of futuristic drug. I black out and I don't remember anything, but it happens.
Do you want to know why I say that?
Okay, why?
Alright, so I have a really big thing. My father can even tell you this. He will even give you proof to it. I have a really big thing on comparing. In fact, the situation happened last night where I got upset, but I didn't get upset at the person. I got upset more at me. And the problem with me is that I compare myself way too much, more than I should. In fact, I should love myself, right? I should say, no matter what, as long as I love myself, then I'm gonna always be the better person.
Right.
But I still say I'm comparing myself. So, okay, cool, I got the shovel again. Done, bitch! Done! Oh, he got disconnected. Yeah! Points! 3 points. 3 points. So, and I got it too, so I'm feeling pretty proud. So, as I was saying, I have a really big problem on the whole comparing situation. Now, the thing is, though, there was a lot of breakdowns. So the thing is that for me to actually have some form of intercourse with myself, of an alternate version of me, I cannot do, because emotionally, when I do intercourse or anything that involves sexual, I compare myself so badly to the point where I am seeking actually no pleasure of it, number one. And number two, I simply cannot say that I will be the better person. So if I was to do that with an alternate version of me, I would say that for me, I would find no pleasure. And in fact, I would think that my alternate version is better than mine, and it creates a whole conundrum that's not even cool. In fact, last night, I was talking to a friend, and he showed me, out of a joke, a screenshot. And he's like, oh, you have competition. I don't want to say what it was, but I was like, why did you have to show me that? And then he said, oh, because it was like a joke, I didn't mean it, I'm sorry, it didn't come out as well. And that's fine, but I had to tell him, listen, don't do that, because I know it's not you, but me, I get so messed up. My head gets so messed up to the point where I do sense like I'm less than what I really am and less than what I really should be feeling. And so that is where I have to tell him. I had to tell him, don't do that again. Just know for next time, because, next time I really won't appreciate it. This time, though, I'm giving you the warning. So.
Okay, well, say it doesn't even have to be a span of like several years. Say through some sort of fluke, it's only a matter of minutes or a couple of days. So it's still relatively close to you. Would that change things? Or would it still be the same?
I think, personally, me doing something with another me wouldn't happen. Like, my opinion still would not change. And it's more because I'm always comparing myself. Always comparing myself. Always.
Even to yourself.
Even to myself. And in fact, it's actually very harmful that I do that, because I know that I'm giving my all and I'm doing the best.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter what I do, what I give, whatever happens, it's never going to be the best for me. And that's where my problem lies. For me personally, I cannot be able to do that. That's just me. Now, if it was someone else, like an alternate Like, if it was just someone else, some stranger, or even someone I know, I don't have a problem with, even if it's an alternate version or whatever, because at the end of the day, it's not me. But, like, I would take it more hurtful if it was me. And now I've spoken to you that when it comes to sexual things, I am strictly emotional. I will only do certain things if I know for a fact that that person is not going to hurt me emotionally. And this is where I go back to the whole comparing thing, because I already hurt myself emotionally. I've done it in the past, and I still do it today to a certain extent, especially when it comes to comparing. So to do that with an alternate version of me is just going to mess my head up more and eventually actually hurt me and damage me very badly.
So say if we slightly change the parameters, and instead of changing it from interdimensional and time travel to, say, a twin.
Of me?
Yes.
That twin is me?
Yes.
No, still no.
Okay. Okay.
No. I think what happens is that we're just so, we just tend to feel so, I don't know, maybe you would try to do it if, let's say, knowing your history, like, let's say we take out all your personal stuff and you were to take that alternate version of you like any other, let's say, porn star.
Okay.
I have a feeling that you would do it, but like I said, if you take away all the aspects of you and you do it. Now, for me, though, any aspect, whether it be of me and that person, like even a person that is similar to me, is something I'm very hesitant and very scared to go in. Because again, I'm very, very comparing. Like, I'm just comparing the shit out of you. And, you know, like, so check this out. Let's say that I have a low self-esteem, right?
Okay.
Which I do. It's better now, but I did. I meet someone who has a low self-esteem as well.
Okay.
My mind has two parts to it. The first part is I want to help that person, right? The other part, though, is like, my self-esteem is lower, therefore you should have a higher self-esteem. That is how my mind is. That's how my mind compares to people who have the same, I want to say, qualities emotionally and mentally. In fact, I actually have another friend who does have a low self-esteem, and on my down days, I've had to stop talking to him because he would tell me he had a low self-esteem and therefore could not help me. And in my mind, I compare myself that if I have such a low self-esteem, then why do I get up every day? Like, that constant comparing is not good for me. But it does happen. And again, this is where I say to you that even if the parameters change, it's still something I would say no to. And if anything, be hesitant to even say yes to.
Okay. Well, that's making a lot of sense. All right. I see where your head is at.
Yes. No, I know before the show I told you yes. And I had to actually think of this. Like, me-wise. Because like I told you, now, if this alternate me was just a prostitute, for example, pay the money, let's go at it, then yeah, it'd be different. Man or female, it would just be different. Again, this is an alternate me. This is just something that's thrown out there. However, unfortunately, I believe in the theory that while there's so many alternate theories, alternate versions and stuff, I feel like there's always going to be that one quality that's going to be in that other me. And that one quality is enough to tell me, no, you can't do this because you're going to get messed up. Maybe there's another me. There's another me that is basically saying, hey, fuck it, let's go. I don't give a crap, let's go. But this me of this universe says no and says, I can't do that. Because I'm going to get hurt so badly. In fact, worse than what a person can do to me emotionally.
Okay. Interesting. I hadn't even thought of it from that bit of an aspect. But yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, it's the noodles are working. I see where you're coming from.
I do want to ask you something, Eric. And I'll give you
Shoot.
my opinion after you give me the answer to this question.
Shoot.
Do you believe that
Mm-hmm.
in this time period, I want to say, let's do the 90s and until now.
Okay.
We can put mid 80s if you want to, but mid 80s to now.
Okay. So basically my lifetime.
Yeah, more or less. Do you believe that the term sexually harassed or sexually abused or assaulted has been used in situations where it shouldn't have and therefore has been abused in the situation? Like the word has been abused when someone claims it.
I wouldn't say abused. I would just say evolved. Because back in the mid 80s, there were much fewer mechanisms where that situation would arise. I mean, it had to have been conversation, a lot of things done in person, maybe over the phone to a certain extent, but means of communication that would lead to that situation were limited.
Right.
Now, however, especially with the rise of internet trolls, there's a lot more avenues to where it could happen. And I think because there are a lot more avenues to where it can happen, and a lot more avenues and a more diverse set of people who would initiate those kind of situations, then the doorway has gotten so much wider. So,
Now, let me ask this.
okay.
Do you think that a person that says someone sexually harassed me, but continuously accept it, so let's say, let me give you a scenario. Better I give you the scenario than actually saying it.
All right.
You and I are working together, right?
Okay.
You tell me, hey, Saki, you looking sexy, mamacita. Something like that, right? And I laugh and I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't consider that like sexually harassment, right?
Correct. That's okay, because I've been in those situations before, and I'm like, that's not crossing the line yet.
Okay, so days pass, 2 months pass more or less, and you keep telling me, hey, mamacita, your butt looks so fine, whatever, but I'm laughing at it. I'm accepting of it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the whole, I want to say dialogue, and you go a little bit further each time I accept it. Right?
Okay,
Do you consider it sexual harassment?
Up to a point, no.
Okay.
Because if you're
because I am accepting of it, right?
You're accepting it, and at the same time you're accepting it, it depends on exactly how far I go. Because I think whether you accept it or not, the fact that if I cross a certain point, then it goes from a clear-cut no to a potential gray area based upon your acceptance.
So then let me ask this. One day, you continue saying the stuff that you've been saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me all that stuff. You go a little further here and there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatnot. But comes to a point, I'm not going to save that bitch. She can go save herself. Comes to a point, though, where, again, you're saying the same thing, but I call in human resource and tell them that you've been sexually harassing me for let's say, the last 3 months. Do you think that is right?
Yes and no. And
okay. Let me hear it.
I would say yes, that was right, but up until you mentioned over the last 3 months, That I would have a bit of an issue with because of the history and track record of acceptance. Again, if for situations to where even if you did accept it, I did cross a bit of a line, yes, some of those situations not necessarily defensible. But if you're looking at it on a basis of continuity, I would have an issue with using the whole 3-month time frame. If you point out specific instances, then yes, that's clear cut on your part. Yes, clear cut, I did something wrong. But if you're looking at it continually, then that's a little shaky.
Oh, damn it, I died. Oh, that's fine. I guess.
And Michael Matheson scored, so Panthers have a 3-2 lead.
Really? Is that why you're telling me to die?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I said, hey, you dying kind of helps my Panthers. And this isn't not only a divisional... Well, and it is a divisional game and in-state rival, a lot on the line for this early in the season. So these points matter.
So what we were talking about.
Yes.
You do think that when someone says over the 3 months, you've been accepting it, but only when you've passed a certain point. Now let me ask this. Okay. What if that point was, I like to grab your pussy, and you actually do it. You do it for over 3 months, but after 3 months, I call it sexual harassment. Do you think that is wrong or right?
I think yes, but in my personal opinion, if I'm doing that, I'm surprised that you wait 3 months. Because that's a personal line that I wouldn't cross. But I know there are people that would. But yeah, if it gets to the point to where you're sick of it after 3 months, then by all means, go ahead, call HR, get them involved, because that's pretty blatant. If I was involved in that situation, I'm like...
Here, this is where I kind of disagree with you, and I'm pretty sure people are like, oh, but Saki, you're a woman, you should not be saying that. Well, this is where I kind of disagree with you, and I kind of have to say, well, I've accepted that treatment for 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what's going through my mind. It's like, why did it take 3 months for that switch to click?
And I say, I don't want any more.
Mm-hmm.
But that, and you know what? Let's even go as far as to say that person's like, okay, hey, I'll back it off. I'm sorry, But I still go to HR and I still say, this guy's been sexually harassing me for the last 3 months.
Now I would have a bit of a problem with.
I say that is wrong. Because, number one, you didn't give the chance to the guy to say, back off, this is your last and only warning.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, I'm not saying that women should be giving that up. Like, I'm not saying that last and, warning, whatever. Like, I'm not saying that it's always going to happen, because there are instances where a guy will keep on going as far as he can, and there's that warning cannot take place. I'm not talking about situations, but I am talking about those very specific, I want to say, situations that when we put them in the courtroom and we put them in the cases and the paperwork, it kind of gets a little messy.
Oh, it gets very messy. Because
it's like what you said, in your personal opinion, you say that it's wrong, that a woman lets it happen the woman or even the man in some cases lets it happen 3 months and says nothing. But legally, like on a legal or even professional standpoint, it's still wrong. So, as for me personally, I say it's wrong also, because again, you're not. I feel like when the term sexual harassment or sexual abuse or assault, when it is mentioned, I feel like the victim is going to get priority till the very end,
Mm-hmm.
and the accused does not get heard until 3 years later after the consequences have occurred.
And that's based on pure track record. That's based on a lot of legal, societal, public opinion, all of that. That's just historical factors that are stacked either for or against you, depending on what side you're on.
We have 5 minutes left in this show. I do want to say this, though. I feel like in this era, we kind of had a little bit of an imbalance, or rather a rather hazy cloud on such ideas and on such terms. And while it should any of those terms that have happened, like sexual harassment or any of those cases that have happened, I do feel like they should be taken seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel also that it should be treated fairly.
True.
Fairly when I mean that the victim tells her side, the accused tells his side or her side, and within those two stories, there is an investigation that tries to find the middle.
Yeah, instead of
the media and the public jumping to conclusions, ready to defend the assaulted or the victim, and going ahead and actually having the accused be guilty until proven innocent.
Well, that's just going way beyond the realm of sexual assault or anything like that.
Well, I'm being
guilty until proven innocent.
I'm being specific
across the board.
I'm being more specific into this certain topic, because I feel like there is a lot of those cases happening, and I'm happy that victims and the abused are speaking out against such crimes and such horrific acts. But as more of these cases occur, I want to see what these set precedents to future people, like to, let's say, my generation. Let's say, when something happens, do we consider this sexual harassment? Like, where is the line being drawn?
Well, you're always going to have nothing definitive on that line. It's always going to be a blur. It just is. And this goes back to the part of history to where a lot of times it wasn't reported. Now right. The fact that those who are assaulted are getting more courage to report things, to have even their story heard. This is where you're finally getting to this point. Once right. You have about a generation's worth of, okay, we're going to hear your story, then you're going to start to get that shift towards hearing both sides.
Right.
It used to be just from 0 to 1. Now that you've gotten from 0 to 1, it's stepped from getting 1 to 2.
Yeah. And again, I bring this up because, especially with all these political scandals that are happening and the elections and whatnot, I've been just noticing a little bit of a interesting trend. And that trend is, people are being vocal about it, which is good. But like everything good, there's always going to be a bad side of it. And I feel like there's also a voice unheard. And as much as we don't want to say it, it is the accused. And I do believe that there are some accused that do not have a voice. I'm not saying public figure-wise or even personally-wise. I'm just saying that I'm a strong believer of, what is the word, doubt? I'm a strong believer in, I want to see proof as well, other than he said, she said. Which, by the way, if you guys are really into the whole plays or literature, I highly recommend you guys check out Race. It's a very interesting book that it'll be confusing, but it's by David Mamet. If you guys read it, it's it kind of deals with some of the stuff we're talking about right now. That it does involve an interesting concept. So definitely check out that book if you guys haven't. And Eric, final word?
Again, this is only something that as we continue to evolve with society, things will change, but I feel that they're going to change faster for future generations than from previous generations to getting up to this point. It's like the saying goes, if you have a person from the year 1000 magically transported to the year 2000, it's going to be a gigantic culture shock. They will not know what's going on. They're not necessarily going to be able to handle it, and they may lose their sanity. But, and again, this is a big if things progress at their current rate of positivity, taking out any negatives and fears. But if you take a person from the year 2000 and you transport them to the year 3000, they're going to need time to adjust, but they will already have some of the basics to realize, oh, okay, this is what's going on now. This is the advancement.
Alrighty. So with that being said, this concludes the Foxy and Squid show. I won that one match. But that's okay though, because I still have my rank 16. I'm still happy about that. I can always regain it. Not a problem. It's like I was telling a little bit before the show. I'm not going to post any video of like the 30 minutes thing. It didn't really come out good. But it was something that I mentioned that when I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention. So even then, I already knew that I was going to lose a lot of the games. But not a problem because I still have my rank 16. I'm very happy about that. I worked really hard for that. But with that being said, this concludes our show. We'll have some more interesting topics next week because I found some interesting news about Pokemon Sun and Moon. And shut up, Eric. Shut up. Shut up. We decided we were not going to talk about whatever. And and also I wanted to talk a little bit about Amy Schumer, but we'll get into that next show for next week's show. So my name is Saki, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video when it gets posted into the podcast itself on Spreaker. Thank you again, Sean, and the W2M Network for hosting us. You guys can follow me at Sakura_Steph309 on Twitter. Or you guys can also go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, because, this is where the fun stuff happens and the fun never ends. Unfortunately, because I'm always playing horrific horror games that I can't seem to get away from. So go ahead, my channel Saki Sakura, and go ahead, take it away, Eric.
I am the Squid. Follow me on Twitter at SquidSportsHead. And yes, the various chaos over the past week with my beloved team going down the tubes. If you want to get any semblance of updates on that, follow at inside_arena and at This Week in AFL, where we'll dabble a bit about that while also talking about what's going on over in China, as I know you've seen that trending on Twitter. You can also follow at The Football 5, where we have our usual NFL discussions, and yeah, that about covers it.
Be sure to check out all the other episodes of the other shows on the W2M Network. And till next time, guys. Bye, Muse.
Shout out to Sean for dealing with all this craziness. DFTDA, do your homework.
Okay. Bye, Muse. Sean?
Wait for it. Although I swear to fuck you, all you served me up just a softball at the end right there. Ground control to Major Sean.
I had it bookmarked. I have it bookmarked.
Yeah, I've got questions.
Don't ask the questions.
Not yet.
Don't ask the questions. What questions are what is it? Like what is so what?
Mechanically and physically, how can you tell what's what to even confirm it is what it is?
Like a dog?
I mean, yeah, because you mentioned that specific genre. I know the implications of that specific...
I mean, EVs are not hard to draw.
Right, but of all the Pokemon I've seen, plumbing really is never mentioned. And with certain genres, by nature, certain plumbing is required.
I have a very bad feeling this is live. I have a very bad feeling this is still live. I have a really bad feeling this is still live. And if this is still live, oh my god, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Sean! Oh my god!
The following podcast is a W2M Network partnership production. Visit W2Mnet.com for all of our other great podcasts, plus news, reviews, articles, and opinions from the worlds of wrestling, video games, football, and entertainment.